Hi, this is Jordan Fisher, Principal of Good Bones Properties and partner of Keller Williams, and I'm here again with Frank Magana, a primary residential mortgage. And today we really want to talk about when is the optimum time to close your mortgage, to buy the house, in the beginning, the middle, the end of the month. It may not seem like an important question, but it can really save you a lot of money, and if you're proactive about it, you can really plan well for it. So why don't we talk about that at least first from the mortgage side?
Well, thanks, Jordan. Closing is just as important as any time during the month. But a lot of my customers want to know where is the best time of the month so they can save some money. Well, most people don't know that interest is prorated on a daily basis, which means from the time that I fund your loan, we are charging you interest from the day that we close the transaction to the day that we close the transaction. So let's just take a 30 calendar month. If you fund the loan on the 29th of the month, we close escrow on the 30th, I'm charging you 1 day of interest, provided it lands on a weekday.
Right.
If you fund the loan on a Friday, I can't close till the following Monday. So in essence, you're getting charged 2 extra days of interest without owning the property.
Right, because you funded on Friday, so you brought the money to escrow on Friday for the loan.
Correct.
But it couldn't record it. Delaware County is not going to record until the following day, Monday.
That's correct.
But given the weekend, you're paying Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where you don't even own the house yet.
That is correct. That is correct. So it's
Very important. Think about that.
So it's imperative for you to close on a weekday.
Right.
And if you can close towards the end of any given month, you're going to save money and interest.
Okay. And talk about taxes, impounds, maybe different times of the year, too, why it might be important.
You know, that's true. When you close a transaction and you choose to have taxes and insurance included in your monthly payment, we as a lender have to collect for impounds. That's what it's called. It's either called an impound account or an escrow account. During the course of the year, property taxes are due, and they're due twice a year. If in fact those taxes have been dispersed already, we have to collect more in advance so we can prepare ourselves to disperse the next payment cycle. So depending upon when you close your transaction, sometimes the end of the year or the beginning of the year, we have to collect more for tax impounds than we would in the middle part of the year.
And that can't come from the loan, right? That's all
That's
closing
all
costs the
closing
buyer
costs.
must bring to the table.
That is correct. That's something that's going to increase or impact, I should say, the amount that it's going to take to close your transaction.
Right, so like on a $300,000 house, that could be substantial. It could be 6 months worse. It could be $1,500, $2,000 extra you never even thought about.
That's correct. That's correct.
And you can't close unless you bring that to the table.
That is correct.
Okay, very
That's
important.
correct.
Also, moving, I think first-time home buyers, if you're coming out of an apartment or a condo, loans are paid, when you have a mortgage, you're always paying in arrears, right? So
That's correct.
if you close the first of the month, for example, you're only paying interest on that day. I'm sorry, you're paying interest on the entire month.
That is correct.
But then you don't pay for a month away, for 2 months away from now. So let's give an example.
Yeah, well, let's explain that. Let's talk about what we shared earlier about closing at the end of the month.
Yep.
We close at the end of the month. Let's just say you close on the 30th of January. Okay. If you close on the 30th of January, your next house payment or your first house payment won't be due till March 1st.
Yep.
So basically, we have paid interest from the 30th that day to the 1st. So you've got charged 1 day of interest. You don't have to pay anything for the month of February, but you do have your first house payment in March.
Right.
So subsequently, if you closed on the 15th of January, okay, we would collect interest from the 15th of January to the end of the month. Your first house payment still won't be due till March 1st.
Right. So think about that in terms of, because you're going to have moving expenses when you move.
Absolutely.
So if you close more towards the beginning of the month, you actually would make your next payment for, 2 months almost?
30 to 45 days.
Right.
Exactly.
If you close the end of the month, it might be just over 30 days.
That's correct.
So if you got moving expenses, think about the money you're saving. If it's longer, maybe if you're closing at the beginning of the month, you'd have a longer time to save to pay the moving expenses before your next mortgage payment is
Absolutely.
due. But you'd have more interest in that month to pay when you bought your house.
That's
because
correct.
At the beginning rather than the end.
That's correct.
Sorry, it can be confusing, but it can really save you money if you plan ahead and really think about it. And know if you're going to close, make sure it records on Friday, right?
Absolutely.
Funds on Thursday,
Absolutely.
records on Friday. Don't ever have the mortgage company fund on a Friday. You're
Correct.
paying 3 more days interest.
Absolutely.
Hope that helps you.